Hello and welcome to this exclusive interview with ADC star Tony Wood. How are we?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, Harry. You?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Firstly, many congratulations on your new partnership with Data Darts. You must be excited with how 2023 has started and obviously the future that's going to come.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm over the moon, Harry, to tell you the truth. Mark Stevie, he's obviously the manager there. He got me there. And obviously they pay for all me flights and all me accessories for darts. I get so many dart boards a year, so many shirts a year. We're gonna hopefully. I was talking to Mark at the weekend, and we can design one of my darts, so maybe we could sell them. And yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon with it. Just to say that I know the people that were in there, like the jockey, Phil Taylor, Matt Adams, and be a part of that is just well, it's just unbelievable.
Absolutely part of an elusive group there. With the shirts as well, because we saw last year that you wore a fair few flamboyant shirts. So we're going to see any more this year.
Definitely, because well, that's down to Marie. She we have a look at colours and designs, and then she'll go and order them. Definitely, because that's what I'm all about. To tell you the truth, it's a different image, and people know me by that, so I wouldn't change.
What's your approach this year with the senior tour, Tony? Are you wanting to get involved in the tournaments that are held at venues such as Lakeside and the Circus Tavern? Because there are some iconic stages in the sport.
Yeah, well, back. I mean, obviously, I've been in darts what 30 years now. And back then, the Circus Tavern was around then because it was Phil's home. Phil won it numerous times. Um, yes, I would. Don't get me wrong. If I can get, like I say, a sponsor, just to help me out on getting to these competitions, because all the senior tours are all down in Redden, and you know as well as I do, it's all cost. But
Yeah.
yeah, I would love to. I would love to get down to Circus Tavern and Blackpool. That's the good old days.
You started playing the recently formed Vault series that the ADC have brought out. Do you like this new concept?
I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic for grassroots for people like with sons, young sons that are absolutely into darts. This is the way forward for them. They're getting used to quick darts. You know, it's not a long format. It's only the best of three. You've got to kick in straight away. Yeah, the quarterfinals and that's best of five, but it's still tough. Doesn't matter how good you are. Best of three is very hard, and we have some fantastic young kids up here. I mean, I've just got to mention one, and in the next 10 years, 15 years, definitely be up there. Definitely, he's got a great mum and dad, and the name is Kai. I'm on fire, Tiffin. Just remember that name, Harry.
I will do. I will do.
He's only 7.
So very young age, and he's already throwing this.
Oh,
He's already
he hits
throwing incredible stuff.
unbelievable. Honestly, he's hitting 180s. He does 15 dart legs. I mean, he's in the youth because they have a youth up at I think it's at Northumberland somewhere, and he's fantastic. I mean, Daniel Stevenson, another great kid. He's 15. You'll probably seen him on the junior tour. Fantastic player. Lewis Mears, fantastic player. There's just I can go on and on. There's that many of them around here.
You reached the final last year on the championship tour. Would these sort of events appeal to you again if they came up in
Oh,
2023?
yes, definitely, without a doubt. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was unlucky in that final. Then I was unlucky the next day to get. I did Dave Prince beaters in the quarters. Um, to say I've played darts all the time, it's always a learning curve for everybody. It doesn't matter how old you are. Different venues, different people, different atmospheres. Um, yeah, I would definitely recommend the ADC to anybody.
What did it mean for you last year when you hit the very first 9 darter in the ADC? I mean, that is something that can never be taken away from you.
And Harry, so proud, absolutely. Now it's sunk in. Yeah, it's never going to be taken away. It's always going to be there for the rest of my life and the rest of the ADC's life. I wasn't really, what can I say, surprised, because as I was saying to me when I was practicing, I was missing the 19s, and I said, and you can ask me mates, you can ask anybody. I said in the next 6 months I'm going to hit a 9. I just felt that good, and it was 4 months later when I hit it. But when it was the 19, that was the problem, and I thought, oh, just don't miss this 19. But 19 was as sweet as you know. I ended up finishing 9, so yeah, happy days.
I mean, we saw at the World Championships this year that hitting a 9 darter isn't easy. I mean, it took it all the way to the final when Michael Smith finally hit the first one of this year's tournament. And before that, there were a load of events that didn't even have any.
Well, exactly. I mean, when did I hit it? March 4th, because it's on my shirt.
No, 2nd of April.
Oh, 2nd of April, sorry. And I think there's only 2 being nearly hit. I think there's a kid in New Zealand or somewhere missed double 18, and someone's wired 12s, but it hasn't been hit yet. And can you imagine how many games have been played since then?
Yeah, yeah. You always have the support of your family when you grace the Oki, and this is coming from an eyewitness, of course. This must give you determination with every tournament that you enter.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, Marie's 110% behind us. Yeah, you've got to have that support. It doesn't matter. I've done it on my own, and it's lonely when in the PDC in the 90s, traveling, all over the place. I went to Germany by myself, quarterfinals in Germany. Traveling all over Yarmouth. But I'm saying by myself, I'm traveling there. But once you get in and you've got a dart family, like Richie Burnett was there, and I mean, the man on tour for me, who inspires me, is Dennis Priestley, who is absolutely. I looked at him and I thought, if I ever make it, I want to be like him, because everything was just so professional. Everything he did, his exhibitions, I went to a couple of exhibitions with him, and it's just so professional. So it can get a lonely place, definitely. So you do need that family and friends around you.
How did you find playing in the Moda Super Series last year? Because they've obviously got a professional setup and the cameras as well.
Well, to tell the truth, Harry, it was absolutely fantastic. To meet Chris Mason again, I was on tour with him in the 90s, was great after 25 years. Paul Nicholson, yeah, absolutely fantastic. I just, before I went on at 9:30, obviously I was on the morning, I just asked Chris if I could go on the stage, because I didn't want to go up there, and I didn't want to think that the board's high, low. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's not hot up there. It's not cold up there. It's just, if you can't play darts there, you can't play darts. It's fantastic.
And with meeting people like Chris Mason and seeing players from the ADC like Adam Warner and Adam Mould actually claiming the grand prize, surely that makes you determined to get back on that stage.
No, without a shadow of a doubt, Harry, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, don't get me wrong, I missed out by, I think, a game or a few legs. I can't remember. But I went to the Saltburn Open. I already had that booked in on the Saturday. I'm not saying that's an excuse, but when I went to the Saltburn Open, Carl Wilkinson, who's already been down the motors a couple of times, he says, "You know what, Tony? It was that little P in the back of your head saying, oh, well, if I don't get here, I'll go to Saltburn." Well, I got beaten in the final of Kev McDine on the Saturday. And you know what, Harry, you could have been right. He said you won't realise it, but when you've booked in there and then you haven't done so well on the Friday, you think, oh, well, I've got my Saltburn to fall back on. And Carl's probably right when you think about it. So next time I go, I'm going to go down full-blooded. I'm not going to do anything book anything for the weekend and just go down and give it a real good go.
And finally, Tony, what is the plan going forward? What is it that you want to achieve in the year of 2023?
I want to leave legacies. I've left a 9. I've left a 3 off the belt in the vault in different clubs, mind. I know someone's hit 3, but not in different clubs. I went to 3 different clubs and won 3 different clubs. And I would just love to go to the senior tour and leave a legacy, leave something there that belongs to me. And I still want to do the ADC. So could I hit another 9? Whoever knows.
Well, Darts World and myself really hope that you do leave a legacy. And thanks again, Tony, for speaking to us.
Absolute, Harry. Anytime. You're a great man.